the University of St. Thomas, as many of you may know, is a wonderful institution that has been around almost 75 years now, down in Houston and sort of globally with our online reach now. And a few years ago, we decided that at the sort of the request of the community here in Montgomery County, Conroe specifically, we would come up here and get to know this community, right? And so the UST Max Center is our micro-campus concept. And what that is intended to do is to get to know you, the people in the community in this area, so that the academic programs that we do here on ground, that we will start those fairly soon, will really match those needs. We also have a full complement of online learning and other ways of engaging with the university through the UST Max Center. So that's kind of a piece of that. But St. Maximilian Kolbe is the inspiration for the name, obviously, the UST Max Center. And we began in about 2018, the university did, by the creation of something called the St. Maximilian Kolbe Innovation Network. And you'll learn more about St. Maximilian from Dr. John Hittinger, who's going to provide us an insight after I get him talking. And what you'll learn, I think, from him is the rich life and legacy that saint has provided us. He's an inspiration to us because he was one of those people that took the technology of the time, in fact cutting-edge technology, and brought it to life in a way that did a couple of different things. It connected people, it built community, and it evangelized. He educated people through the Night of the Immaculata, the magazine. They also had books. They leveraged all the media of the time, including radio, because this was in the 1920s and the 1930s. And then you'll see that St. Maximilian went to Asia, he went to Japan, he went to India. He really was a guy on the move. And one of the things that he wanted to do was leverage air travel so that his publications could get out there at lightning speed. Now, he never was able to actually do that because the Nazis invaded and things didn't work out after that, at least not in terms of the plans that he thought he had. However, I think God had other plans for him and for his great ministry. And one of the other things that he didn't get to do, we're talking a lot about what he didn't get to do, because you're going to hear a lot about what he did do, was that he wanted to create a movie studio, right? About the same time that Walt Disney got started, Maximilian Kolbe was getting started. Can you imagine if we would have had 100 years of Maximilian Kolbe doing his thing, the way Disney did his thing for 100 years? I bet it would have been better than the mouse. So anyway, one of the inspirations that we've taken from his desire is another apostolate of the University of St. Thomas called Max Studios. And it is a home for podcasts and other media that connect the world with our great faith and its traditions. Jeff Olson is here. He's our Vice President for Marketing and Community Relations. And so if you have questions about Max Studios, Jeff is the guy to talk to about that. So that's a little bit about the inspiration, because St. Maximilian was such a connector of people. And I was sharing with Father earlier, the printing presses that they used at the world's largest monastery, where he founded it, the technology that they developed there is still in use today for offset printing. It was so amazing. A lot of the printing today, we blow it on paper or whatever the other medium is, but the technologies that they developed there are still in play today. So he leveraged the most advanced technologies to do one of the oldest things, and that is to fulfill the Great Commission. And if you remember those two things, bringing the old and the new together for evangelization and education in the world, and the great humanism, the self-sacrifice, putting the dignity of the human person at the center of all that you do to serve God through his mother. That is the essence, the core of why we have chosen this great patron for many of our new apostolates from the University of St. Thomas.